Here is how to sell more gym memberships without being pushy. It comes down to the principle of internal pressure versus external pressure. Now, external pressure is where I talk fast, I push for what I want as a salesperson. I'm interested in getting a yes out of this prospect. That's external pressure. Internal pressure is where me as the salesperson, I work to help this person find clarity. Clarity around their problems and their issues and why they want to leave those things behind, and clarity around why they might be interested in moving forward, and if they were to, what they would achieve and how that would impact their lives. Now, this is the whole idea. If I'm aiming for total clarity for the prospect and helping them find this place where they can clearly say yes or no to my product, my membership, then in that situation, I have to generate internal pressure along the way in order for them to understand whether or not it makes sense for them to move forward. Now, I don't generate the pressure on purpose. It just occurs because of what is going on in their lives, in their situation. So instead of talking about my product and how cool it is and pushing them towards a yes for my reasons, the process has to be about them, their reasons, what they're interested in, what they want to achieve, and why it matters to them. And I've created a whole training on all of these questions. I call it the 4-segment sales system, and at the end of this video, I will link to it, but essentially, this is the first step, the needs assessment process, and this is part of the mentality that is important for doing that well. And some questions that come to mind when a person comes in through the doors that will help you generate internal pressure go like this. What brought you in today? What are you doing for your workouts now? How's that going for you? When I get to how's that going for you, someone can share with me, well, it's not going that well. It's not going that well, or it is going that well. Oh, okay, so if it's going that well, what brought you in today? Well, I'm interested in X, Y, and Z. And then they become more aware of what they're interested in, or more aware of what they're moving away from. How long have you been after achieving X, Y, and Z? Quite often, this question will generate internal pressure in a prospect where we know they've been interested in losing 15 pounds for potentially some time. How long have you been interested in losing 15 pounds? Or said differently, how long do you think it would have been a good thing for you to have lost this 15 pounds? This is problem awareness. Now, another way of creating internal pressure, someone's own reasons for moving forward, would be results awareness or solution awareness or goal awareness or outcome awareness. You know, I don't like to think in terms of just goals when I'm talking about this. I like to think in terms of what one of my mentors calls a well-formed outcome. A goal is, I want to lose 15 pounds by April 30th, right? That's a goal. A well-formed outcome is, I want to lose 15 pounds by April 30th. I want to feel better about myself. I want to be sleeping better. I want to be a lower stress version of me, and I'm interested in living from that place all of the time. And so I'm practicing that by going to the gym, investing in myself. And I know that if I invest in myself well, then I'll be able to take good care of other people. That's more along the lines of a well-formed outcome, because I'm not just talking about the thing that I'm checking off, the box that I'm checking off. I'm actually talking about what goes along with it and the picture of the whole outcome. So how do we get someone to express those things, and why? Well, first off, why? Because if you don't know why, you might not do it. But why do we ask questions about the outcome? Is because we want the prospect to have their well-formed outcome present in their current mind's eye. We want that to have a high level of awareness of that when they compare their outcome and the trade-off of their time and the trade-off of their money to that outcome. We don't want that to be a distant, vague memory. We want it to be very present. We want that to be sharp. We want that to be clear. We want that to be in full color, right? And so that's part of it. The other part of it is that many prospects haven't thought through these things before they came in through the doors. So some questions that will create solution or outcome or well-formed outcome awareness. What is it that you want to achieve? And if you were to achieve that, what would that do for you? And who else might that benefit? And when you do achieve that, what sorts of areas outside of this aspect of your life do you think that might be good for? We ask questions like that. We ask questions about the timeline, like how soon would you like to get started on the path to achieving X, Y, and Z? And if you were to train in a facility like this for 3 to 6 months, a couple times a week, what sorts of things do you think you might experience? Got it. And who supports you in that? And, are they interested in supporting you in achieving those things? Or why are they interested in supporting you in achieving those things? And if you were to train at a facility like this, what time of day do you think you might come in? Oh, that's great. Well, let's look at the calendar and we map out days and times and plan out their week in advance. Those are all things that help someone become aware of what they're moving away from and what they're moving towards, thereby creating internal pressure. Now, if you want to learn more about how to do this really well without being pushy, you can watch the training series that I created on the 4-segment sales system right here. And I'll link to that video in this somewhere, probably right about now. And it starts with just a basic overview of the system and how to do each of the 4 segments well: the needs assessment, the price presentation, handling objections, and onboarding for retention. So I will see you in the next training video right now.